should stand to their courtesy, and all thy works keep to thyself the preeminence, let not a stain in thine honor.
That's right.
Right. I'd rather be lonely and alone, man. With Rosie Palm.
I got one for you.
Than to be with some dragon. Go ahead, brother.
This is Rock 36. I'm gonna start at 22 because it goes into something you said earlier, but the point is to go down. This is Rock 36, 22. The beauty of a woman tripped the continents, and a man loves nothing better. Of course, a man loves a woman, right? Verse 23, ladies, was more important. If there be kindness, meekness, and comfort in her tongue, then it's not her husband like other men. So going back to Elder Wright melted over here in that message. No, I'm not saying as an insult. He melted over that message. It says right here, her husband is not like other men. That's rare. These bitches are dragons.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
Let's keep going. He that getteth the wife, he getteth a possession. So keep in mind who the possession is right here, the wife. A help like unto himself, and a pillar of rest. So she's like your shoes, all right? She's like your TV. She's like your car. You remind me of my Jeep. She's your fucking car. Whatever you had to do, she's supposed to do, right?
Ottoman, it's a pillar of rest. When you see like to going into what the elder brother said, when you see like an ottoman, you got a couch, you just lay your feet back on it. That's what a pillar of rest is. An ottoman.
That's that lazy boy that's at the main house.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
Put
very
everybody
comfortable chair.
Yep.
Put everybody
Right.
Where no hedge is, no guard, all right? That's the hedge, a guard, a boundary. You need a man to put limitations on it, right? Where no hedge, a cover, protection. There, the possession is for you. And that possession going on top is what? The woman. So a woman without a hedge, without a man, a husband, is for you. All right, these bitches out here more depressed now. They got everything they wanted, right? Supposedly, and now more depressed than ever. Because Genesis 3 says what? Your desire shall be to thy husband, he shall rule over you. Every woman, really, you're not going to be fulfilled unless you're ruled over by your man. Not you dominating the man. Now you plug Pegasus in the man.
Hey.
Right? Your man must rule over you. You'll never feel satisfied. Pull it out. And he that has no wife will wander up and down mourning. So it gives the balance to it. The difference is this. A man wants a woman. A woman needs a man.
Right. It's just like we're the woman of Yahushua.
Right.
And we need Yahushua. Without Yahushua, we, and we just willful, then we're on our way to death. So we need our husband, the bridegroom, Yahushua.
That's right.
Because it's all about direction. So the same way, her life is simpler if she's following direction. Our life would be simpler if we follow.
A woman well instructed.
We don't want this type of
mind. A mind well instructed. You got it?
Yes. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 26.
Read that, Jeremiah.
Sirach chapter 26 and verse.
Read that.
I'm gonna start at verse 13. It says, "The grace of a wife delighteth her husband, and her discretion will fatten his bones. This is a silent and loving woman is a gift from the Lord, and there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed."
Told
Yeah,
what
that's
to do.
something that you
Being told what to do.
find here in Babylon. A silent and loving woman. Right? That's almost impossible.
Yeah.
Because brothers, please turn your notifications to the sounds off the shop.
All right, we got a couple scriptures. Go ahead.
Read that Jeremiah 16.
Who got Jeremiah
Pursuing to what the
16?
elder said at first
Pops got Jeremiah
about
16.
y'all not having children. Read that, Pops.
This is Jeremiah 16:2. I'm starting one. The word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Thou shalt not take thee a wife, neither shalt thou have sons or daughters in this place. For thus says Yahweh concerning the sons and concerning the daughters that are born in this place, concerning their mothers that bear them, and concerning their fathers that begat them in this land. They shall die of grievous deaths. They shall not be lamented, neither shall they be buried.
Wait.
But they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth. That's what we say about these 2/3.
So there's no point in having no children in this place, man.
That's
If you-
definitely the 2/3 children.
Right.
And that generation that's here that wanted Barabbas. Right? Go ahead.
And they shall be consumed by the sword and by famine, and their carcasses shall be meat for the fowls of heaven.
You better believe there's some jakes getting shot down by law enforcement right now.
Absolutely.
And some of them are, I ain't even do nothing. Right?
Still got shot at babies.
They still, right, that's what Esau like to say.
Stop resisting.
No, that's the Edomite term of endurance. I didn't do nothing.
Right.
With an F. Nothing.
Let me finish this. They shall be consumed by the sword and by famine, and their carcasses shall be meat for the fowls of heaven and for the beasts of the earth.
I got something to back you up. See, you talking about 22 This is Ecclesiasticus 23 and 22. Thus should it go also with the wife that leaveth her husband and bring in heir by another. For first she have disobeyed the law of the Most High, and secondly she have dealt trespass against her own husband, and thirdly she have played the whore and an adulteress and brought in children by another man. And them YNs right there, them young niggas, them demons out here killing each other. That these fucking bitches have raised, and they act like fucking females. Cause that's why they so fucking irrational. They ain't
impulsive.
Rational thinking. They don't know how to think rational. They irrational. They already ready to shoot shit.
This jailhouse is a couple feet away. That's why they fill it up.
That's it. Now you're done.
But
Like it.
Yeah.
very reasonable.
But there was a report that said over 90% of all inmates are male inmates are in there over a woman. Over 90%. Now they said 100. Now, I'm not going to
came
play
from single mother homes. So that's double, bro. All right. So the very things that you're talking about, man. But we're gonna switch it up here. All right. Is what we're gonna talk about. What was that guy's name that made that video? That was
Ringo TV.
No, not him. I think his name is the one that did the video collaboration with the Edomite. Basically, he rode up on the IUIC.
Oh, Adam 22.
All right. No, it wasn't Adam 22.
Feel like it, bro.
Anyway, he rode up on the IUIC, and they're amateurs when it comes to a lot of things. Yeah. They really when they teach, when they speak from very. There's nothing wrong with being fierce, but they come with an emotional thing, and especially that ASAP dude. I'm not gonna call him a bishop.
That's right. That's right.
But that guy call himself ASAP. They come, he like the rapper ASAP, not ASAP. But the point being is that they rolled up on the camp and jumped out and tried to control the narrative, talking about, do you hate white people? Right. First thing. All right. So any of you younger brothers, let this be a younger brother, Papa Shot. Guy jumps out the car, and runs up with his camera, and starts screaming. You're a racist. You hate white people. What you gonna? What would your response be?
To a young brother, please.
Young brother.
Young brother.
I would tell them that the word white is a social construct.
That's my man.
Is that low key, man?
He in the murder gap.
Say it loud again. Say it
I
loud.
would tell them that the word white is a social construct.
Right.
So basically, it's some shit y'all made up, and we got the receipts on that. So we don't hate a color. We don't hate white. We actually hate people. We hate the people that the Lord hates, because the Lord talks about hate in the Bible. That's right. Right? You don't get mad because you took this Bible, you took our book, all right, and then you push forth a false doctrine that God loves everybody, and that is nowhere in the Bible. What you got, brother?
It's the book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 13.
And that's where we go, to the book of Romans.
As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. So yeah, those Idumeans, man, what they fake fiat call white, the Idumeans, the Edomites.
And that's
and
what
how Shai hates them.
exactly, brother, and that's what they're trying to get away. They're trying to get away from their nationality, from their heritage, man. Okay? Real quick, somebody give me Romans 9:26.
This is Romans 9:26. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there shall they be called the children of the living power.
And that's what's happening. That's why they have an issue with it. There's a video that came out, and I did a response to it this morning. 2 people sent it to me yesterday. And it says, Iran reveals that the CIA and the FBI are watching the black Israelites.
Black.
Right? So the first thing, so they jump out talking about the black thing.
Father.
Young brother, what you gonna say?
I got it right here. I'm gonna answer it with a precept. This is the book of Hosea, chapter 1, verse 10. It says, "Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, Ye are not my people, there shall be said unto them, Ye are the sons of the living gods." So we're not black. We're not black Hebrew Israelites. We're just Hebrew Israelites.
We're just Hebrew Israelites. Somebody get it real quick. 2 Corinthians 11:22. And right, and then also when you show them the 12 tribe sign, when you put all those people together, they're innumerable. Right? When you add in Revelation 7 and 9,
The multitude.
the great multitude, we're really innumerable.
That's right.
Because our people are scattered among all people and look like those people where they're scattered to. You've been there 300-400 years, 1,000 years, 14, 15, 1,600 years living among the people that don't look like you, but your seed line that survived, what do you look like? It's really a simple thing. See,
Very simple.
Esau Edom, the so-called self-proclaimed white man, he called himself white. All right, just like he wants to call you black. Right? He made that shit up.
It's like in Acts 2. When you read the Acts 2, it names different places, right? It says Egypt, Petros, places.
Go to it, brother.
Kind of.
So I think it's about 9 of them, if I'm not mistaken.
Kind of actually spoke about Pentecost.
Yeah, read them, brother. In Acts. But first, give me that sentence.
Yeah, 2 Corinthians 11:22. Are they Hebrews? So am I. Are they Israelites? So am I.
Right. Are they Hebrews? So am I. Are they Israelites? So am I. I like to quote this scripture a lot, especially when I'm teaching. It really aggravates the hell out of Edomites because that's what we call ourselves, the Hebrew Israelites. They put that forth because I see a lot of dark brothers in here, but I see a lot of brown people. I don't see one black person in here.
Black.
That's some shit that they made up. Right. All right. You take a piece of chocolate. This brother's in here darker than the dark. So the point is, you take a piece of chocolate and you put it up against their skin. That's what they look like. All right. Some brothers look more like milk chocolate. That's right. Some brothers look more like caramel. That's right. Right? And see, that's just it. See, the Lord made us special. We're like, we're
Hey, on the noise, man. Hey, look, on that fucking noise, man. For real.
We are a garden of many different flowers and plants. That's right. All right? We don't, because the average Edomite, they all look the same as far as complexion is concerned. Right. All pink. All right? We come different. Yet we're the same. Our spirits are the same.
Yeah, he saw seen the variety, bro. He said he watched us, but still come with that black shit.
They still come with that black shit because it's offensive. Matter of fact, you still got that definition of black, brother?
Yeah, I got it real quick.
Barbecue shop. I got to get that back from you.
I'm gonna say it to you.
Barbecue shop's got to go on the evidence folder.
That nigger tip.
This is the word black. Yeah, here you go right here. That's the word black. What was this the source again?
That was from I think it was which one was it from?
Rogers Thesaurus, I think.
It was a Rogers Thesaurus. What do you call it? I silence your phones now. Everybody will get it. Stop, silence your phone. Now, right now. Whatever you're doing. The thesaurus, the Rogers Thesaurus 1934. That's where it came from.
This is the definition from black.
Synonyms. These are synonyms.
Right.
All the words that that black mean. Not similar what it actually means in another word, same meaning. Go ahead.
So it says blackness, noun. Blackness, nigricence, nigritude.
Listen. Shamad, listen.
Keep quiet so brothers can hear it. Start again, brother.
It says noun, blackness, nigricence, nigritude, denigration, darkness, divinity, religiosity, obscurity, and lack of light. Then it says for the verbs, it says black, blacken, denigrate, nigrify, block, smut, smudge, smirch, smut, sully, begrind, soot, besmut,
besmudge,
Damn, okay, stop right there. They're really insulting the shit out of you when they call you black. Come on, bro. So for all you people out there that worship, or this February thing, Black History Month, when they put black before something, they are insulting you.
Can I read the other one, Elder?
Absolutely, but hold on to it. I want you to hold it.
I got you.
I want you to read that again. And every time the verb part, all right? And every time you read it, I want you to say people behind it.
Okay. Denigrate people. Nigrify people. Block people. Blotch people. Smut people. Smudge people. Smirch people. Smudge people. Sully people. Begrime people.
Now stop right there. You know what sully means, right? Dirty. All right, that means you like when your clothes are all sweaty and funky and you sour. You got dirt on you. You've been doing construction all day. That's sully. You stink. Sully people. You hear that, black folks?
Black.
That's what they're calling you every time they say, well, the black people. No, and they're saying it with a smile on their face.
Black.
And identifying you as these words. Finish, brother.
Begrime people. Soot people. Besoot people. Besmut people. Besmutch people. Besmudge people. Ink people and ebonize people.
So there you go, man.
Yeah.
They're really insulting the shit out of you. Murphy, I think I know the one you got. Do the
Sean, it's the older one.
Baka shot.
It's and they got the picture, man. The picture wicked as fuck.
Yeah.
Look at this shit.
Then they show you the white guy. Wait till you read it. Then you gotta read the one for so-called white too.
So this is black with this fucking symbol on it. This black. It says opposite of white, dirty, messy, without light. We the children of the light. Spirit, dark, illegal, dim, smuggled, sombre, disastrous, dismal, obscure, sullen, bad-tempered, angry, horrible, grotesque, malignant, unlucky, unhappy, depressed.
Now, go back and put people behind every time. Because if they're calling you black people, sully people.
Opposite of white people, dirty people, messy people, without light people, dark people, illegal people, dim people, smuggled people, sombre people.
That should piss you off.
Disastrous people, dismal people, obscure people, sullen people, bad-tempered people, angry people, horrible people, grotesque people, malignant people, unlucky people, unhappy people, depressed people.
Right, and we are depressed. It sounds like the Israelites to me. All right, they would be on the bottom. They wouldn't know who they were. All right, what you got, brother? Salaki, brother. Salaki.
Hey, this is Romans, the 4th chapter, the first
Hold
verse.
that, brother. We gonna go through Romans.
Hold
that. I want you to, so you the one that's gonna read it. What you got, brother?
This is when you said everybody said this, man, Israel, the meaning was grabbing this Isaiah 61:1. The spirit of the Lord Yahweh is upon me, because Yahweh has anointed me to preach the tidings unto the meek. When you go into that word meek, it's a condition. I learned this many years ago. But when you actually look into it, it confirmed it, and it means needed help. That's who we are. As a nation, it says how has in Lamentations, how the light become dim.
Yeah.
So Jake is on one level, Jake is black, has become black as a nation, has become a dim people, has become a depressed people. That's why we need our Lord. And King David said in Psalms 51, restore to me the joy of thy salvation. This is who we are. We need help.
So the children of light have now become dim. All right. So I mean, there it is, man. All right. Now somebody get those two precepts one more time. Romans. You in Romans. Go ahead and get Romans 9:26, and somebody get it in Hosea. Because what they said in this video is that the CIA and the FBI were revealing that Iran intelligence was showing that the FBI and the CIA was studying, watching the Hebrew Israelites, and that the black Israelites, and that a lot of things that they're saying have credibility, and this is how they drew people in, and that they're challenging revised history and coming with evidences that challenge the status quo, establish the established lies. All that is true. Which they have fabricated history, but what they did, if you keep watching the video, They say how they have oppressed every black movement because they're worried about a black Messiah. But when you get around to the 15-minute mark, and it's about a 20-25 minute video. When you get to the 15-minute mark, they say that they identify with black movements such as Black Lives Matter. And that was the connection. Because they say in Iran, which this government views as the T word, all right? And then they said BLM, which this government also basically uses as a T word, which is a complete and total lie, because the Israelites don't refer to themselves as black. The ones that do are agents.
Quick point to everything we just read. You can't call us black. You call the other niggas black. You can't call the Hebrew Israelites black because we are set as a light unto the world. Once we have this knowledge, we have the light. And what are we doing? We're shining the light upon the mountain.
Come on.
You can't refer to us as that. And also, you got
physically.
Physically.
We're physically not black.
Yeah.
You got a room full of Northern Kingdom.
That's what I'm just gonna say. We got Issachar here. We got Ephraim here. We got
Zebulon
here. Gad, Reuben. That's not black. Hell.
So that black shit is some made up shit, man. And do not accept it.
That's right.
Don't accept it. When they speak it, correct them. All right. So what they're trying to do is connect us to a movement that we completely disassociate and condemn. Exactly. BLM. That's a matter of fact. BLM. I've said it before. I'll say it again. That is a so-called white movement with black faces.
That's
exactly what it is. With women. So everything about BLM is anti-Hebrew Israelite.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
We don't follow women. That's organization. And these women, be pegging each other. We don't condone that. We don't condone that. If it's going to be any pegging, then we doing it. In the women. Right? Let's say that. I have to say that. Right? Okay? We're not dealing with women who do that to other women. Right. We don't condone it in any way, form, or fashion. We actually follow what's written in the Bible.
That's right.
That's right. Exactly.
Y'all say that not
Yeah, right. Right. You gotta stand on it now. You gotta stand on it. Make it known.
Okay, this is scripture you call for, Elder. This is Romans 9:26. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there shall they be called the children of the living power.
So Paul repeated what Hosea said. Yep. And this is a future prophecy. Right? We always say that the small hats, because the Bible tells you that it tells you that Esau, Edom took our heritage. It tells you that very clearly. Okay? And according to them, they've always known who they are. Well, according to the Bible, I just find it amazing that Vocab Malone and his constituents try to dance and tap dance and walk around and talk around this talking point. All right? They try to talk around the fact that the Israelites would be on the bottom in every society that they're in. The curses told you that this would be a mark upon them forever, upon their seed forever. Okay? So any people running around the earth claiming that they've got the records and they know who they are all along, they don't fit prophecy. You're either going to believe in the Bible, what's in the Bible, or you're not. And they have a problem when we bring out what's in the Bible. Mm-hmm. That's what it comes down to.
Okay, so Paul is the apostle to the Gentiles, and I want to bring this out in Romans the 4th chapter, verse 1. Okay, so in Acts the 26th chapter, Paul is standing before Agrippa, and he's telling him, I'm standing here for my life because I've been preaching this truth to Israelites. This is Romans 4:1. What shall we say then that Abraham, our father, as pertaining to the flesh hath found? So Paul is writing to the Israelites in Rome. Okay, it says pertaining to the flesh. All right, so these are Israelites.
That's right.
That's all I got.
No, that was the point. Matter of fact, we can actually end the lesson right there, but we're not. We're gonna keep pouring salt on open wounds. Right. As a matter of fact, he was writing to them. This is a good time for you to bring out that Acts 2 and 5 now. To all those, because why? How did they become? They got scattered during the Greek conquering during the time of Alexander of Macedon. Right? During that scattering is when the Israelites became Hellenized. Yeah. And through that Hellenization, they were called Gentiles. All right? Then somebody get that John 7:35 too. Go ahead and read it, brother.
God, I'll read one just to give context. It says Acts 2:1.
Context, huh?
Context, huh? It says,
Where that nigga at? Nowhere.
It says, and when the day of Pentecost was fully come, they were all with one accord in one place. So it would be like we're gathering now, like the elder always gives the intro. It says, and them that are scattered, all right, they look like unto them nations, because it's written in Revelations. And right now, when we name these different places, those are not geographically where those 12 tribes from that chart come from.
Yeah, well, as a matter of fact, what all those nations that you named are all in Asia, Asia Minor, and Eurasia, the part of Asia that they call Europe.
James 1:1.
That's where those people were. All right.
1 Peter 1:1, James 1:1, when it's talking about the scattered.
Yep. There is no such thing as the Middle East. That's another social construct to support the false construct of whiteness.
Right.
All right. That's why they say that and use that term. All right. But go ahead, brother.
God, I'll read fast because it's a big chunk. It says, jumping down to verse 5, it says, and then when they were dwelling at Jerusalem, Jews, devout men, out of every nation under heaven. Now when this was noised abroad, the multitude came together and were confounded, because that every man heard them speak in his own language. And they were all amazed and marveled, saying one to another, behold, are not all these which speak Galileans? And how hear we every man in our own tongue, wherein we were born? And it's going to proceed to name the lands. It says Parthians and Medes and Elamites and the dwellers in Mesopotamia and in Judea and in Cappadocia and in Pontus, in Asia, Parthia, Pamphylia, in Egypt and in parts of Libya.
Okay, so one place was in North Africa, but nevertheless still the Levant, still Western Asia, which is what the Middle East is Western Asia. Asia Minor is Western Asia. All right, and then the rest of Asia, and then up north, and northwestern Asia, which they call Europe today. Go ahead.
And in the parts of Libya, about Cyrene, and the strangers of Rome, Jews and proselytes. And you'd have to go into that word proselyte to understand those were converts after they had heard the word.
People who no longer wanted to be Greek. People who no longer wanted to be from Asia. They no longer wanted to be follow whatever they were doing in among the Elohim, the tinky-dinky-dinky. They want to come back to their heritage, man. Those are your proselytes.
Kind of says Greeks and Arabians, we do hear them speak in our own tongues the wonderful works of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
Then when you go to Revelation 7-9, I've heard people try to jump around. When you give the breakdown of the definition, I hear to read the definition. And they leave about the part out about not the ethnos, but the foulet. About the foulet. All right, the most important part of the definition, they usually don't read it, or they have these new revised information where that definition isn't there. All right, but somebody can go ahead and read that too. And what you got, brother?
I got it. I got Tobit 13:3. Confess him before the Gentiles. This is Tobit 13:1. And Tobit wrote a prayer of rejoicing and said, blessed be the most high power God that liveth forever, and blessed be his kingdom. For he do scourge and have mercy, he leadeth down to hell and bringeth up again. Neither is there any that can avoid his hand.
Right, those scattered Israelites, wherever they were geographically, were still going to be touched by those prophecies, which are going to identify them. So it don't matter where they were in the map; these things were come upon them, like I said.
And now that you said that, somebody read the identifying marks. Anybody who ever get it.
Deuteronomy the 28th chapter.
The identifying marks. All right, the signs that will be upon the Israelites, so you would know who they are just through the signs, despite what their outward appearance might be.
Exactly.
Right, because it said bring it down to hell. Now, in the curse, one of the curses says that you have how does it word it? To the lowest hell. You have burned, you have kindled the anger, in my wrath that is burned to the lowest hell. And that was the curses that fell us, man.
That's right, and we have not come out of that lowest hell.
Hell no.
All right, and when you not following Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, it's no way you can rise up above the hill.
And you know what else? That's the beauty and the blessing and the curse and the blessing of being an Israelite.
That's right.
Because I find it amazing, all right, that even in our lower state, we outshine all the other nations.
Ooh.
Right. And that's just a fact, man. When it comes to sports, when it comes to anything that we do, singing, dancing, wisdom,
academic
knowledge, you know, whatever it is we do, no matter what the sport, soccer, football, boxing, whatever, Jake outshines them. Right. There's nothing. It's crazy. I know we just outshine them in everything in creation. Most of the modern, most of the modern devices that people use on a daily life in Babylon and around the world was created by Jake.
That's right.
And yet, they're always talking about what's his name? Steve Jobs and all these people. And the thing with Zuckerberg, these guys are the after fact. All right. I mean, even the light bulb was a Jake named Latimer.
Louis Latimer.
Not Edison. Edison didn't do that. Latimer did. Right. In fact, you got court records. You actually got court record documents. When Latimer suing Edison and proved that it was his invention in court. There's records that you can look up and see, man. The elevator, the engine, the damn refrigerator, the stove, the monkey race, the railroad, the color TV, the railroad,
video game.
As a matter of fact,
that's right.
The most used thing of all, we're all broadcasting live. GPS, global positioning.
Yep, the jigaboo.
That's right.
Hey, Steve Jobs stole this iPhone shit, a jigaboo. The black woman made this. The black woman made this. And I get that jigaboo on credit. The black woman made the iPhone.
Hey, even the comb and the hot comb. The whatchamacallit,
the dispatching system for the railroad was made by a black man.
Plus the third rail and
The real McCoy.
And the elevator. So there you go, man. I mean, we can just go on and on and on. But the fact is that even in those identifying curses, those curses that identify who the children of Israel really are, because they don't like to deal with Bible prophecy. They try to appease to the point of emotional tactics and use this black and white thing. Oh, you just like white people. No, we got brothers that look like so-called white people. All right, especially Great Millstone. Okay?
Murphy, pure white man.
I've seen any other guys.
Nigga.
Great Millstone and the affiliate camps. They are so-called. I mean, we all know the brother in DTA was the brother Shamar.
Yeah.
And I remember, and so before he even joined DTA, the brother would go put on a garment, put on this meat tree, and he would go out there and prophesy and condemn himself, condemn all white people. And I commented on this video. I'm like, bro, you're not an Edomite, bro.
They don't do that.
Oh, he was men of valor.
Right? Men of valor. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, men of valor. Right. That brother Shamar. Yep. All right. You saw Shamar walking down the street. Oh, look at that white guy. Mm-hmm. All right, that's clearly not so. The Lord's not going to put the spirit to understand and know the scriptures and the way He does on the so-called white person. He's not going to do it. Right, vocab alone, he tries his hardest, but he just can't, man.
You can't.
Right. And everything that he talks about is he's avoiding talk points and trying to control the narrative. Or he just changes shit up and make it something completely that is not.
Totally stupid.
I see there's no pleasing you. It's like there's no way to please you. Like we got so-called Salaki.
Finish your statement, brother.
Oh yeah. But hey, look, man. Look. This is a spiritual thing, man. The scripture says we're gonna know through the spirit that ye are the sons of the living.
Can I say something real quick, guys? What's so funny about vocab alone? He tripped on his own words and all that. Because what's funny is he talks about all this black stuff, right?
Black.
But he's been on my live streams multiple times. Doesn't address me. And it's funny because you had the one brother, I think he's from, I don't know if it's in Nashville, I believe.
Yeah,
He's from
Nashville.
Yeah. He was getting on him for saying, he's saying nigga. Okay, so what is it? Are we black people?
Nigga.
What else, man?
Yeah.
What is it?
Which one?
Nigga.
But see, because they know in the spirit that you got Jakes that are going to look like other nations, man. They can feel it. He knows that.
He mad he not one.
Right. Exactly.
And I said it, and some woman came on and
That's his thing,
I'm waiting for the evidence to drop. But a woman came on and said what I've been saying for years. And she said that that the whole purpose of all that 23andMe and all that DNA shit was to find the Lord's chosen among them. I heard that.
Absolutely.
Right. And I was, when she said it, I was like, I've been saying
that makes sense.
And she said that's what it is. They're looking for the God gene and all the other people, man. They know who we are. That's why they watch us. That's why they send people. Unlearned, foolish people. Matter of fact, all the money that you paid to vocab, y'all need to just get it all back.
Don't let shit. Give it up.
He's failed tonight. He's failed. So has Dr. White. So we ain't even heard from Quas Brown anymore. After his debauchery and his sexual,
he a freak.
He's a sexual predator. Truth be said,
Shemai.
Truth be said, the average Christian is a sexual predator.
Is a freak.
Because how did they, look, they raped, robbed, and murdered America, Australia, India, New Zealand, the world, all of South America. It's funny how, you got all these our brothers and sisters down and all throughout South Central, America. And but the people that are controlled down there are Edomites. It's very few actual, Northern Kingdom people that are actually in positions of power. Okay,
and guess what?
In their own countries.
And guess what happens if they didn't align politically with America? America always intervenes. See, America does this via politics, via laws. They do these coups, and now this world it's privy to
2915.
All right, in the 80s, that's basically what they're all uncovering now. That's why you have this big fragmentation between the CIA and the FBI. And the CIA will tell you.
Let them fight and shoot it out.
They said the CIA isn't in the business of upholding American laws. The CIA is in the business for maintaining America as a thriving entity.
And that's by any means necessary. By any means necessary. That means cutthroat murdering, blowing up shit, doing T-acts and blaming on somebody else. All that, man. That's what they do. I just watched Sicario again. The movie. Sicario. It even talks about the Sicario in the beginning of the movie, right? And then basically these cops are trying to do everything by the book, all right? And they're upset with the with the CIA. They're angry because the way that the CIA is operating. And the girl realizes, which is played by what's her name, Emily Hunt, Emily Blunt. Yeah. All right. And I forget that the Jake that was in Get Out. But anyway, they're partners. All right. And they realized that and they didn't want him, and they wanted to use her, not him, on a mission simply because he was a lawyer. And then when they realized they needed her, she said, "Well, I'm not gonna do this if my partner not coming with me." What? And the dude was like, "Fucking lawyers." He didn't, because the CIA. He didn't want the CIA guy. CIA is not supposed to operate within the American territory. If you watch that series 0 Day, which
that's good too.
If you haven't seen it, you need to watch that.
Real good.
0 Day. That's on Netflix. That shit is heavy. Esau telling himself, and it mirrors. It literally mirrors what's going on in the world right now. Everyone is turning on America, and they're turning on themselves and fighting their turn. Right. You need to watch it. And they got Angela Bassett as the president, and basically Robert De Niro is the former president who has no authority, but yet he's playing. Basically, he's the assistant president like Elon Musk. He's Elon Musk. Because now you got a president, a vice president, and the assistant president. And the assistant president seems to be more powerful than everybody. All right. So that's basically the role that Robert De Niro's playing. And it's, I'm going to give a movie away, but it's centered around a false T-tack, attack, a false one, and creating, and same thing in Sicario, because they were trying to control. They weren't trying to stop. All right, they were trying to control the drug trade and keep their own people You know how cops do it here in Chicago. They got their own corners. And, and when they see, there's one gang on the corner that the cops ain't fucking with, they going to shut them up. Exactly.
Yeah.
They shut them down and then they put their guys back.
That's right. Yeah.
All right.
All the rats.
Exactly. So it's the same thing. And they do that, and all because all these alphabet organizations that carry badges, they're nothing but gangs.
Yep.
And they started from gangs. Watch the gangs in New York.
That's right.
The police departments and fire departments were all gangs starting.
Yep.
That's how they started off. They were gangs. Okay? Watch the movie Gangs in New York.
In one neighborhood I used to live